Greetings of peace and love, everyone, and also so-called Happy New Year's to everyone. I am Djehuty on behalf of no longer thehealthstore.com, but now officially TjehutiMaatraHerbs.com. That's right, people. TjehutiMaatraHerbs.com. I have just gone through my final transition business wise, and I am operating from the solo tip. That means that you can rest assured that you are going to be taken care of. The prices will stay low. You'll notice that the prices did go up, and the reason for the price jump was for purposes of improving the shipping. The public will never in a million years understand the natural process. The public will never understand what it takes to take very expensive herbs such as golden seal root, echinacea, which is not as expensive as compared to a golden seal root, false unicorn root. I mean, crazy mad prices, ayahuasca. These things cost a fortune, but because I purchase so much, I get a great price. And because I care about the public, I care about people. Despite these herbs costing a lot of money, I use them in formulas, and I sold those formulas for very cheap prices. But again, the public will never understand what it takes to produce high quality herbs. You can't speed it up as if you're using chemicals. You just can't do that. You have to hire a lot of people. And when you hire a lot of people, that becomes a problem because you have to educate people. And most people today really don't want to be educated. Most people just, want a job, and they'll learn a minimal information. And that's just being honest. That's not throwing anybody under the bus. That's just being real. The more people that you bring on to my type of business, because my type of business is not like the average business. If I had 20 products, I wouldn't have a problem. But when you got nearly 1,000 products, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for customer service because you're going to have people who are going to ask staff members or customer service representatives questions about 1,000 something products. And let's just keep it real. Nobody on planet Earth knows all of my products but me. And I hear you. Well, why don't you do customer service? I tried for years. I can't because the people are going to praise me like a celebrity, like a Michael Jackson or Denzel Washington, what have you. It's hard. I'm the best person for customer service, but I can't do it because the public will not let me do it. Again, because I'm treated like a celebrity and I'm going to be praised for 5 to 7 minutes. And then after that, it's going to be 5 to 10 questions. It'll be a 30-minute phone call on average, and we just don't have the time. You're attempting to do customer service, but the masses, the people just couldn't handle that. So I had to take myself out of the loop as far as customer service was concerned. I love customer service. I love everything about the business. I like manufacturing. Um, I like packaging. I like pulling orders. I like the whole process and could do it every day. But I'm a, it's a skillful curse. It's a skillful curse whether I'm dealing with the public or even if I deal with my own staff. Things just change when I just come around. So much knowledge, there's no peace. I can't even do my work because I'm going to get a million questions from people that work there every day. So whether you're dealing with employees or the citizens or the customers, Djehuty does not win, will not win in that situation. And it's really not a bad thing. A lot of it is reverence, it's respect, it's acknowledgement, what have you, and that's cool. But in business, in this type of business, and with these type of products, man, it's very, 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 very challenging. But anyway, let's keep this moving here because this is a video to give a notice of the change from D Health Store to TjehutiMaatraHerbs.com. For the most part, everything is the same. The prices did go up. That was a concerted, um, that was a collective agreement, a collective choice or a decision made by the new board, which is pretty much everybody involved on the back end, business wise, that is, because that will slow down things. It will slow down the operation. Prices high, people don't purchase as much. And I know y'all think we're crazy. Well, how come y'all don't want all that money? How come y'all don't want it? Well, the people that work there, they don't want the headaches. And like I said, the people don't understand what goes on. They don't understand, ordering herbs and herbs coming from the East Coast, herbs coming in from Africa, herbs coming in, from India, herbs coming in from Europe. People they don't understand. The masses, the consumer, the customers will never understand what goes on the back end that plays a role in slowing things down. They don't understand the business aspect. You got to have all these things coming in: your cotton foils, your silicon or silica desiccants. You have to have your labels, your ink. You have to have your herbs. Your capsules. It's a lot. And in our society, things happen. Things happen. You get that phone call. Hey, we're sorry, but those capsules are going to be delayed by 2 or 3 days. And what can I do? I mean, what can we do? You just have to wait. I would say 9 times out of 10 things go smoothly, but that 1/10, man, a lot of time it's a bitch, and there's nothing you can do. And when you're dependent upon nature, nature's not like drugs. Drugs are made every day, but herbs grow in seasons. Um, and a lot of times, you make an order for a herb that has just been harvested, and it may be the last harvest for that particular herb. So um, the quantity decreases, and then in some cases, the availability is just not there for several months. And that's just how it goes. And you know what, people? I took a chance. When I started this business, I knew I was taking a chance. Everybody told me, Djehuty, you cannot make a business that's dependent upon nature because the people have been successfully programmed to want everything at microwave speed. And that's suicide to create a business that depends upon nature. Djehuty, you going to really get out there and do extracts and it takes 2 weeks to make an extract? Djehuty, are you really going to do that? It's like, yeah. Because see, before I would ever sell out, I would end the business. And you guys could go to Dr. Sabi, y'all could go to D Herbs, y'all can go to all these other people that's going to charge you guys an arm and a leg. I mean, and that's just keeping it real. Because I'm not ever, ever, ever going to sell out. I got in business because I didn't like what I saw on the market. I just didn't. I saw a lot from a lot of people. No need to say individuals' names or business names. I saw a lot and I learned a lot. I learned what people were putting into their products, cutting corners. I learned so freaking much, and it was just all scary stuff. So I felt better making my own. And after that, because I love people, I wanted people to have what I had, and that was the assurance, that the herbs were 100% qualitative. And so that's why I started doing my own thing, because there were herbs out there that was using insect as ingredients, bugs and caterpillars, and I mean just crazy stuff. And they were selling, was it deer antler velvet? Was it velvet deer antler? What was this? There's a product called deer velvet deer antler. The antlers of the deer, they were powdering it up and selling it, man. Crazy stuff. The glucosamine and the chondroitin, which was desiccated cow windpipe. I mean, just the craziest things, and taking herbs and mixing them with chemicals, and for extracts, using chemical solvents for extracts to take the properties out of the herb with a chemical. And how do you remove that chemical once you use that chemical to process that herb? It was just the craziest thing in the world, people. But I was challenged, Djehuty, are you going to do that? Are you going to really depend on nature? Yeah, I've done it for several years. It hasn't been easy, but I've done it. I feel good about doing it, and I will never sell out Mother Nature. And it's not easy doing this business here, looking out for people, the low prices, the sales. I know a lot of people are going to miss the sales, but I got to look out for the staff. You know, I got to look out for the people over there who are handling business, and they're not me. They cannot deal with customers. They damn sure can't deal with African American customers, especially the females. There's a lot they can't deal with. Now, if I clone myself and had 7 or 8 Djehuty Mob Bras, we wouldn't have any problems whatsoever. And that's just keeping it real, because all cloned editions of myself would know all 1,000 products, whether it's an ebook, an e-article, a product, a service, what have you. The clones of myself would know it, but you can't get people. I don't care if they went to college, people. You can't get these people to come on board here and know everything I know. They're not. They're not. And I've heard customer service reps on the phone getting questions that they couldn't get. It's hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of product, and it's not realistic to think that anybody can come on board and learn that. They're not going to know everything about monatomic gold. They're just not. They're not. They're not going to know about every ebook. You know, tell me about mental science. These people have never heard of mental science. A lot of these people are religious. They're nice, little, good Christian people, and a lot of this stuff is like verboten to them. You know, so they don't know about occult philosophy. They don't know law. They don't know about traffic tickets. They don't know about that stuff. These are products that I sell on a website. But when we have those phones there, you had customers asking 1,000,001 questions about all the stuff sold on that website. And I know it's challenging. It's like this. It can stay challenging, or I can remove the shit and there's absolutely nothing. And let's just keep it real. I mean, who's really going to look out for you? Who's really going to bring it to you? The real deal, you know? And after bringing you the real deal, who's going to keep the cost effective, you know, at the end of the day? I mean, who's really going to sit down? What herbalist out there is really going to sit down and make 800 videos? I mean, what other herbalist out there is going to sit down and drop 800 articles? You know, what other herbalist out there is doing a blog talk radio show 5 days out the week, Sunday through Thursday? Blog talk radio / the Djehuty Mob Bra. What other herbalist is going to do that? You know, so, you know, if I pull the plug and just disappear, you know, I think people still will be unhappy. You know, where'd he go? He disappeared. That's effed up. You know, so, you know, I'm at the point now, I know where, you know, there's never going to be that victory. You know, you're never going to have that victory where people are pleased, you know. Like right now, the number one complaint is the prices went up. You know, but that's to give you faster shipping. You was complaining about the shipping, so we're going to please you and get you out some fast shipping, you know, so you can be happy. But now you're not happy because the prices of the products went up. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You're not worthy of it. For those of you who this pertains to, I got many people out there, you are worthy of it. And I will always look out for you, you know. That's going to be a special process. But for the masses of the people, like, they're not worthy. They're just not worthy. They don't, you know, they don't really respect the quality. They don't respect the process. They're just microwave-oriented people, and they want something like the next day. And it doesn't work like that, because these herbs have to be sifted. They have to be, before they sift it, they have to be inspected. So they have to be sifted. They have to be weighed. It's a hell of a process. The only way I think the public would ever know is if you see it. If you see it in maybe a documentary or an upcoming movie or something like that, then you'd be like, wow, like, this is what people have to go through in order to make these products and get them out the way they do. I won't miss the sales. I mean, the sales were cool for the people. You know, the sales were cool for the people, and the sales did serve their purpose, because the prices were so cheap, everybody got them. And once people got a hold of them, they got hooked. You know, so I know that, you know, 3/4 of the people will purchase even with the price increases of these products. I know the majority of the people will still purchase. So the sales were not in vain. But man, when you got stuff going for $3 and $4 and $5, it's crazy. You know, you got people ordering 12 bottles. 20 bottles of diatomaceous earth, 12 full body D. I mean, this stuff was just crazy, you know. And I take responsibility for that, because I'm the one who, you know, was looking out for the people. And there was other people on board who were saying, no, Djehuty, they got to stop. You know, they're going to have to treat us like they treat other businesses. You got to stop being nice. And, you know, so you got, you know, you got this stuff going on in your ear. And you got other people, you know, over here. You know, you just dealing with a lot. You know, you take a hell of a beating to really help people. And I am at that point now where I do understand a lot of people's like, F it, they just throw their hands up. I'm not that type of person, but I do understand, I really do understand. In order to do what I do, you got to have it in your heart. You got to love what you do more than anything else. You really do. You got to love what you do. And that's what, keeps you going. So I need to end this because I'm already at 15 minutes. I need to end this video. But what I wanted to really address is that D Health Store is no more. That was a former business. This is a new business, JehutyMyRawHerbs.com. Your receipt will show DHS Enterprise, which is the name of the corporation. As far as old orders, I would say your old order history and even your most recent order, a pending order, maybe you purchased in December, that information is not lost. We didn't get rid of it. We're not stupid people. I'm myself, damn sure not a stupid person. So you don't get rid of that stuff there. It's on a different database. This is a new business. And I told my web guy, I want a new business. I want to start fresh January 1st. So this is a new business. The old business, that information, all of that information is served. It is saved on its in a separate database on its own server, which will be connected to our new server, and you guys will have access to that. You'll be able to use your old credentials and log in and see your order history, all your old orders, that history, and then you guys will also be able to check out your pending order from a December 2015 order. So nothing is lost, nothing is erased. This is not a hustle or a gang move. I don't even deal with that. Sometimes I have to address that in certain people. Y'all robbed me. You robbed like motherfucker. $30. Like, you on poverty consciousness. Like, leave me the fuck alone because I deal with hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. And your little $20, $30 don't do nothing for me. So, like, no, sorry. Nobody's trying to rob or steal from you. Like, we're conducting business. And we're dependent upon corporations like Charter Communication, who just dropped the fucking ball, man. I mean, just crazy. You're dependent upon other people who may not, take matters as seriously as you do. It's all type of components, man. If I did everything, there wouldn't be any problem because the way that I am, like when I write, when I create, when I do what I do, which is why stuff gets done like that. If everybody on board was like that, then we wouldn't have a problem. But it's not. Certain people, they work when they want to work. Certain people got other clients. It's just a whole bunch of variables that a lot of people just don't know about. They just don't know. So you don't get the smoothness. And then there's a lot of private stuff, a lot of politics involved. So certain things couldn't be done. Certain notice couldn't be given, again, because it's predicated upon something that is taking place on the back end and deals, with politics, So, when you're in business and you grassroots and, you're dealing with little people and giving the little man, the little woman a chance, I mean, the shit it's a hell of a risk, man. It's a hell of a risk, and things don't go smooth, and they won't go smooth because these people themselves are not smooth or they're not eased. If anything, they're diseased. They're diseased. They're not at ease. They're diseased. And so when diseased people come around and come forward with others, what have you, they spread that disease. So it's a lot of variables, people. A lot of variables. But anyway, January 3rd, I believe January 4th. The 3rd is a Sunday. January 4th is Monday. So everything should be working in copacetic fashion. The email address, there's a new email address. Please do not use orders at dhealthstore.com. The new email address is customer service at JehutyMyRawHerbs.com. We'll start answering those emails on Monday, January 4th. It's New Year's and tomorrow is the weekend. We don't work on holidays. We don't work on weekends. So don't even try. I know some people just like to bitch and complain just on the strength, but don't even try. Like we're like everybody else. It's a holiday. We're closed. We don't work. Um, Tomorrow's a weekend. Most businesses are shut down on the weekend. They're Monday through Friday. Our new days and hours of operation are Tuesday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm borrowing from Europe, and I'm allowing my employees to work 4 days and be paid for 5 days. Um, the goal of this is to have them more focused, more energized. We do too much in America. The little 2 days, Saturday and Sunday is just not enough. Um, at ToodyMyRaHerbs.com, we work 4 days and we're off for 3 days straight. And I think it would be a great thing, man, if a lot of American companies would follow suit, but that's not likely. It's not likely. In America, we do more, we put in more, and we get less. So I believe in the law of inverse proportion. So we're going to do less in order to get more. So that's what you see, people. It's a transition. It's a transition that is necessary in order to bring you these products. And even with the price increase, you're still dealing with the lowest prices for superior quality herbs. I mean, nobody can compete. So even with the price increase, you're still getting the cheapest price around for these type of products. And that's just real. You can do your own research. You can do your own information. We still got great prices. Um, we were just so booming that we just have to slow things down. It gets crazy at thehealthstore.com. Everybody wants to call you, email. And I can understand inquiries about orders, but man, those health inquiries, you answer one email, then you get another one. You answer that one, then you get another one. Shit get crazy, man. You be nice, pick up the phone and answer a question. Man, one question begets another, that one begets another, that one is you got to cut people off. And people get mad, you disrespected them, and you get off the phone abruptly. They just don't. I mean, this knowledge shit is crazy. I don't understand why a lot of other people are not doing what I'm doing. Because it is serious business and it's a lot of money. There are a lot of customers out there. I just really don't know why other people are not doing, what I'm doing. You guys see my past videos. There were certain videos I had to blast customers. And other people were tripping. Like, this dude is blasting customers. I can't even get one customer. Well, you need to purchase my business manual and set up your business the way I did and be busy, because a lot of people tell me, they say, Djehuty, you don't have a problem, like in the sense of a real problem, like you really have an opportunity, or they'll say you have a good problem. I wish I had that problem, so, it's just the life of my business, regardless of the name of the business. Never going to be smooth. How my life has never been smooth. So in many respects, a business set up by myself, um, it's really going to take on, my persona, my personality, and that's just, how it is. So we're at the third and final business. I do what I do to keep it in existence. There won't be anything after this. I'll pull the plug and I will travel all over the world. I've done what I needed to do. I've set my mark. The information is out there, will last forever. Um, I don't have to do anything, but just live. That's all I have to do because I put in a lot of work. But I love what I do and I love people. So, I just, I keep it moving. I'm at the point now, I just let people dictate everything. The people wanted faster shipping, then here you go. Here's the price. They don't like the price, but what can you do? You're not going to be able to get fast shipping at cheap prices, at CVS and Target prices. Just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. So it's one or the other. So your complaints don't come from the quality, it comes from the shipping. So how do you 86 that? You give people fast shipping. How do you do that? High prices. High prices slows down the orders, and so you have a lot on the shelf, and you can ship The order comes in, bam, you ship it. But you have a sale and you let $120 full body detox go for $30 or $23 or $18. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You know, you can produce um, say 250 to 300 full body detoxes in one day. And during the sale, it's half the work day. It's a wrap. It's gone. You're out. You're out. You have to produce more. You know, the packers have to wait for more full body detoxes to be produced. You know, these full body detoxes is not in a box. You know, it's just not in a box waiting. This is not Djehuty where your stuff is made and it's in a box sitting. You know, and in their case, sitting in a very toxic environment. That may sound like a blow, but I'm just keeping it real. You know, I'm just really keeping it real. You know, they in RDL Inc. over there, which is a Nephrolus chemical serum laboratory, and you got shit just sitting there. It ain't like that with us. Our shit moves. It's fresh. It's like making fresh bread every day. So, we're not like other people out there with stuff sitting. Our stuff doesn't sit because it sells. It moves. It always has. I mean, look, you got superior quality. You got information galore. Just put it all together. Great products, information. You got low prices. You got sales and bonanzas. And I mean, who's looking out for the masses today? And then you do something like this, it's not honky-dory, it's not smooth, and then the people that you're helping, they want to get mad at you. So most people are like, oh, it's like that? Fuck you, bam, I'm out. Then the mass will be like, man, why people shut down, man? Why we can't have no business? Why nobody look out for us? You might want to take a look at yourself, to get the answer, But that's just how it is. It doesn't bother me. Like I said, if I had myself cloned 7 or 8 times, I wouldn't even be making this video. But you got other people who just haven't done the work that I've done, and they're sensitive. They don't agree with a lot of things that I do. And if certain other people would have had it their way, you guys would have been spending, over $100 for a full body detox. You wouldn't have had sales. There's some people out there that they're just straight corporate. They're worldly, and they don't give a shit. They don't give a rat's ass about people, and they're in business. They're in positions of power, which is dangerous. And man, if they have it their way, the people will get fucked. They just don't. It's just business, and if you don't like it, they can go somewhere else. Like, that's it. And I'm the type, I'd be looking at things from this perspective, like, wow, okay, this person has learned that drugs are bad, and they want an alternative. So we're going to offer that alternative. But at the same time, you do understand that, for a lot of people, herbs cost a lot of money, and herbs are not covered under people's insurance, the little PPO, HMO bullcrap. So I look out for that as well, too. So you just can't offer people an alternative. You have to make it affordable, you see. So I look at the whole picture, and I take it all into account, into consideration. But there are other people out there, it's like, hey, they just going to have to budget. They're just going to go into their savings account. I hear all type of stuff, and I'd be like, wow. This is why I have to always stay in power and have to stay in positions of power, business power, that is, so that I can make decisions or balance out some decisions, because I've heard some scary things, man, and I wouldn't want to be one of the masses. I wouldn't want to be a little person. I wouldn't want my fate determined by corporate CEOs, politicians, what have I just wouldn't. I mean, little people get fucked every day. It's horrible. And I know people do stuff, and I know, they have attitude. We ain't gonna talk about a demographic, but, you got attitude, you got ignorance, scandalous type of stuff, man. Here's something that I should drop too. Because payment gateways are now allowing claims on intangible products, and when you deal with a certain demographic, you're dealing with some scandalous individuals who will get the product knowing that it's good and will still file a claim to get a refund because they want your product and they want to keep their money. And because of that, I'm phasing out intangibles, the ebooks, the e-articles. I'm making all that stuff physical so that I can have tracking. I'm going to make it a tangible product so that I can have tracking. Because it's scary to me to have an intangible product that you put your heart into, and you know the person got it, but they want to file a claim saying that it was not what they thought it would be, it was not as advertised, or what have you. And a financial institution or a payment gateway, go ahead and refund them. So they got your information and they got their money. What do you get? So you also dealing with that whole poverty consciousness, that whole scarcity consciousness as well. So it's not easy doing business as a small business, a quote unquote small business, and damn sure if you're dealing with a certain demographic, for the most part, generally speaking, operates on scarcity consciousness, or poverty or lack consciousness, as well as gank or gaffle consciousness, gaffling people, not operating from a point of integrity. It's just, hey, let me get over. Let me get this dude's stuff and let me keep my money, and let me take the money that really should go to this person here because this person did something really cool. This person really came up with some good information that I benefit from. But fuck that person. I'm going to lie and say the shit wasn't what it was advertised to be. Get the claim file, get the money, and take that money and go give it to a motherfucker that's selling some death. Right? I'm going to take the money that I'm robbing from this cool, righteous person over here, male or female, and I'm going to take it and go buy some donuts, some alcohol, some cigarettes, some pork chops, some stupid shit that, keep a person on low vibration and keep the planet fucked up. And that's, it's just applicable to a lot of people. And it's just a lot of people who ask the question, why is the world fucked up? How come corporations are balling? How come this? How come that? And it's because you finance it, period. Evil runs the world because people in general, including good people, they finance it. Period. You can't come to me talking about the United States government. You finance it. That's why you don't have your utopia or your utopian form of government. You don't finance that. You don't fight for it. You don't stand for it. You have what the fuck you have because you deserve it. Period. Period. There's no other way. There's no other explanation. You have what you have because you finance it. And like my man Deepak Chopra and the great late Dr. Wayne Dyer said, you have or you get what you deserve. And we have the government and the political leaders that we deserve. We deserve it. So I don't feel sorry for people in 2016. I'll always kick the information, give the knowledge. I don't feel sorry for people, man. I know people too well. And I watch people. I watch people. I mean, people finance, what they like or what they want. Period. So, the pork industry, they're not threatened. The soda beverage industry, they're not threatened. The porn industry, the sex industry, they're not. People finance that shit, man. So that's why it's here, and they're doing well. I mean, look at Coca-Cola, look at Pepsi-Cola. They make billions of dollars selling some crappy shit that's toxic, man. That harms the human body, and they bring in billions because people drink that shit, man. They want that shit. People say, Djehuty, how come you don't talk about, the cigarette industry and the soda industry? Why? Are you afraid that, the corporations are going to assassinate you? No, it wouldn't be the corporation. It would be a fiend. It would be a soda pop fiend that would assassinate me. It would be a cigarette, a smoking fiend that would assassinate me. It'd be a sex addict that would assassinate me if I could get rid of porn, if I could get rid of tobacco in that industry, if I could get rid of all effervescent beverages, soda pop, that industry. It would be the individuals who are addicted to that shit that would take me out, not the corporations themselves. And I understand that, so I just sit back and I just let people be them, I let people spend their money on things that they like. Even if some people say that these things are bad for them, it's bad for you, but you're buying the shit, What's up with that, We start our Indigo campaign for black, white, and blue. And at first it was flexible, but we're going to make it inflexible. You either get to the 35K or you don't. If you don't, then the fucking film is just not made. And you just have police brutality and you don't know what the fuck to do and you get punked and, you're dependent upon a lawyer that you can't afford. Like, that's on you, So that's just how I'm operating now. That's how I'm operating in 2016. You put your money behind your heart. You know, you put your money where your mouth is and where your heart is. It's just that simple. And if you don't, you don't. I'm not tripping because I'm in all this. I'm straight. I don't have any problems. You know, I come from a position of desire to help, you know, but I understand that there is a science to helping. If I'm harming myself in order to help other people, then I'm not helping. Because if both parties are not being helped, then no one is being helped. So if I have to harm myself in order to help you, then I'm investing in harming. Why? Because you're not harmed, but I'm harmed. Or let's just say I was benefiting and you were being harmed. See, I'm not helping because while I'm taken care of, you're not. You're harmed. So you're only helping when two parties or all parties benefit. You know, so if I'm helped and you helped, then I'm helping. You dig? That's where I'm at today. Anyway, damn, I done hit 35 minutes. So I'm going to end this video. People, you guys have nothing to worry about. There's a transition going on. You will be able to check your old order history. You will be able to check your December pending orders. Customer service has changed from orders at dhustler.com to customer service at JehutyMyRaHerbs.com. We jumped back on that on Monday. So even though we're open Thursday to Thursday through Friday, customer service is Monday through Friday. Okay, so it's a holiday, then it's the weekend. Nobody's working. Nobody, just stop typing. Nobody's working. They'll jump back on that on Monday, and then they'll keep it moving from Monday through Friday. Okay, and that's just, you know, how it will be. And because the prices are up there, things should slow down, and there should be like more time for people. I can't see phones coming back. Phones would be a great thing. But no, the history for this company is not good. It's too much information, and people are going to ask too many questions. You know, phones to inquire about orders is cool, but most of our phone calls were questions about life after death, you know, astrology, numerology, law. The staff, they can't answer those questions. It was unfortunate that many people had to deal with that, you know. And there were days I would walk in, they would see me, and they would put the customer on hold. And Djehuty, I have a customer on the line, and the customer is asking about life after death. If he shoots himself, you know, will he incarnate? But I mean, like, what the fuck? I would come in, I would get shit like that, you know. You know, I would get things, you know, from customer service reps, putting customers on hold and saying, Djehuty, this person is a Libra, and the person just met a Sagittarius, and they want to know if that's a good match. I'd be like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, who else? Where else can you go to ask those type of questions, you know? So, I don't know. Maybe I did do too much. You know, there was a particular individual in my ear, you're doing too much for the people, you know? I'm like, people are getting fucked, man, and time is running out. Well, they just gonna have to continue getting fucked, you know? Shit, get some Vaseline so, you know, to ease the stroking. And I'd be like, God damn. I just would not want to be like the masses, man. Nobody gives a fuck about the masses. Nobody cares about little people, man. When I say little, don't be offended because shit, I'm little people. I'm still in that category. I'm still grassroots. I'm the little man, the little woman from that camp, that category. That's me from 105th Street and always will be. But man, there are people out there that don't give a rat's ass about people. That shit is scary, man. It's really scary. So that's why I've taken charge of my life. You know, fuck all this voting and president and all that bullshit. I don't even care who the president is. It has no bearing on me. It ain't gonna stop me from doing what I want to do. I don't care who the president is. I really do not care. The president has never benefited me as an individual. I'm my president. I am not only the president of my business, but I am the president of my life. And it stops there. I'm not the president outside of business. I'm not the president of anybody. You're supposed to be the president for yourself. That simple. That simple. Now I know this was supposed to be a business video, but look at it. I mean, look what I've shared in supposedly dropping a business video dealing with a transition. I mean, who gonna sit here and keep it real with you and drop like this? Like who? Who? I don't see it. You know, I don't see it. You know, so you have to recognize, you know, game, and you have to recognize facts. You got to recognize the real. You dig? And so you have to, you know, understand. you know. And if you don't have it, you got to develop it, you know, because people got choices, you know, and nobody has to do anything that they're doing, you know, especially if they don't want to, you know. So you gotta keep all that in perspective, and you got to take all that in. You got to take it in. You got to keep it in perspective. So it's all good, you know, just going through a transition. If I didn't go through this transition, then y'all wouldn't have the choices. You guys just wouldn't have the products, and that's all I can say about you know, the transition as to why, you know, and no notice. Um, in 2016, people, I'm just going crazy with knowledge because I see people need to be uncultivated. There's a lot of uncultivated motherfuckers on planet Earth. A lot of motherfuckers who ain't got no integrity, and they'll fuck some shit up. They'll fuck shit up for other people. They'll fuck shit up, man. You know, for groups. They'll fuck it up for businesses. They'll fuck it. I mean, they're fucked up themselves. They fuck themselves up, so they don't care about fucking up anything else outside of them. They don't care. It's just dangerous, man, and scary. So when I sit back and just look at individuals, man, I say that, you know what, the number one thing lacking in people, especially here in the United States, is spirituality. It's spirituality, man. That's the number one thing fucking people up. And, you know, to truly be spiritual, you got to do the work. You got to purchase the tools and you got to do the work. And a lot of people, man, they want the benefits, they want the rewards, man, that come from the true spiritual existence, but they don't want to do the work. You see, I've done the work. I still do the work, but I've done so much work, man, that I'm dealing with excess nowadays. I can go days without balancing my chakras and I'm straight because I've internalized my exercises, my spiritual exercises. I've internalized them. So I'm cool. I did a show last night talking about the metaphysics of money. I'm straight. I don't worry about no fucking money, man. That's the easiest thing for me in my life. Even though I'm not supposed to be talking about money to the masses anymore. But that's just the easiest shit for me. Like, my problem, my challenge is other fucking people. Because it is true that money doesn't change you. It changes motherfuckers around you. It changes other people. And that's real, man. I've seen people lose their fucking minds, man. And I understand why. Because if the money is not coming through you and you cut off from it, your life is over with. You don't have, you're not cultivated. Your skills, your qualities, especially the spiritual one, they're not cultivated, so you can't generate. So you fucked up. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm out. I've been cut off. You know, what am I going to do? You know, I can't live this lifestyle. I can't do these things without that person there, male or female, whoever the person may be. And so people, they wig the fuck out, man. People will wig out. So I've seen how money has really changed a lot of people, but man, just that shit. You see all these little books and DVDs and all the stuff that I have. I mean, thousands upon thousands of stuff. That's what I spend my money on. And in spending my money on these things here, I get money back because it's knowledge. I use the knowledge, and I do lectures, I do DVDs, I make movies now. It all comes back to me, you know. And I do my best to teach that to other people, you know. But you got people, they want to go out for New Year's. You know, these motherfuckers want to celebrate Christmas and, you know, buy gifts that they really can't afford for people that they really don't like. And they want to do Valentine's Day, and they want to spend their last on flowers and fucking rat feces, chocolate, and, you know, they want to be a part of this matrix, man. And you know, and there's really nothing wrong with the matrix, man, but you got to do it on your own term. You know, you can't be doing this shit where you're going to be messed up. And that's what I see in a lot of people, man. You know, I've commingled with a lot of people since, I would say, 2004, the last 10 years, man, from D Herbs, you know, from D Health Store. Well, actually, really those, D Herbs, Trinity, and D Health Store. And I've commingled with a lot of people, man. And, you know, people, they do their jobs, you know, on the mundane, but they don't do the work on themselves, man. And because they don't do the work on themselves, man, you start seeing problems in their personal relationships, man. You see it in the business. You just start seeing that shit, man. It's like, damn, dude, like, you really need to work on yourself, man. You know, the money's coming in and things are cool, but, like, dude, you fucked up. You know, you got a fucked up relationship, man. You know, you fucking up for the business. You know, I had this one dude who was addicted to fucking porn, right? Instead of studying the information on the website, this motherfucker was watching porn, man. I would come in early, and I knew the dude was watching porn. The reports came to me, and so I would, instead of, like, I remember one time I opened up the door. I had the keys, and so it gave notice because you can hear it, right? Because you open the door so the person can hear it, and so I come in, and the site changes, and it goes to our website. But when the person took a break, I went back and I looked at the history, fucking porn sites, So you got an individual being paid, you know, to represent the company, to learn for the company, and to take care of the customers of the company, and the motherfucker watching porn, man. And it's like, yo, gee, like porn ain't paying you. You know, you had another motherfucker, man, who lived on ESPN. And I looked at the little history on the computer, just ESPN, ESPN, ESPN. And I'm like, yo, G, like ESPN ain't paying you, man. The health store pay you, man. Or whatever the business was, that's what's paying you. And it's like, dude, you being paid and your energy is going out to a fucking company that's not helping you, man. You spending all your energy on ESPN, porn sites. They're not paying you. And it's not fair to the business that's paying you. Your energy, man, your focus should be dedicated to the business that's paying you, but more importantly, that you said you want to be a part of. And when you check people on that, that's when shit gets crazy. So that's why I've always been involved in some shit, man. People say, Tootie, why are you involved in so much shit? It's because, motherfucker, I live righteous. And I have to check people who don't live righteous, you see, who they don't even have themselves in check. So when you check them, they get, man, nigga, who the fuck are you, nigga? Why the fuck you telling me something, nigga, that I know that's making me feel bad? Why the fuck you doing that, dude? You supposed to be this nice little cool dude that's supposed to accept me in my fucked up state. Why you checking me, Djehuty? So that's where a lot of my shit come from, checking people. Y'all don't know the shit. I'll be back, man. I ain't made a video in a minute. But I'll be back with some shit. I didn't seen some shit. I didn't learn some shit. I put it in the business manual and some articles that's coming out in the future. But I didn't seen some shit, man, and especially from a certain demographic. Fuck it, African Americans, black people, mostly. I didn't seen it from all people, but mostly my people. I've seen some crazy shit. I've seen motherfuckers, man, who were getting paid $48K as a manager, man, and that's the base pay. That's the initial pay or the starting salary. And this was the health store. I've seen motherfuckers make $48K as a manager and decided that they didn't want to be a manager and they wanted to just fucking put, work in packaging or what have you. And these motherfuckers really expected to get a manager's salary for working in packaging. I swear to goodness, man, I've seen some crap. This particular female was like family to me. And she was one of the assistant managers. And she was making $17.50. She came in making $17.50 as an assistant manager, one of several, and she didn't want to do it. It was too much for her. She did it for a white company, no problem. Matched the salary for her, but she decided it was just too much. It's too many products. It's just too much. She didn't want to use the fucking brain. So she went to do customer service. Well, starting salary for customer service was $12.50. Well, after doing customer service for 2 weeks and she got her first paycheck, she lost her fucking mind. Djehuty, like, what the fuck happened? Where's my money at? I'm like, what's the problem? Let me look at this. The check was, it says $12.50. But I made $17.50. You made $17.50 as an assistant manager. You didn't want to do that anymore. You wanted customer service. Here's your salary. That ain't right. You took my money. I was making $17.50. The craziest fucking shit, man. That's why I gotta do my blog talk radio. I gotta drop because people are fucked up. People, I didn't get to be who I am and have all that I have by being fucked up. This is nobody gave me this. I had to develop myself. I had to in order to attract all that I have, all that I'm easily able to attract. I gotta know something. And I had to do something in order to know what I know and to act on what I know in order to manifest everything that I have manifested. And you got a lot of people, they don't have it. So they'll say, no, Djehuti's the problem. But you're still struggling paying rent. You know, you left my enterprise, you went right back into corporate America. You went right back to white folks that you talk about. Like, but the problem's with me. You know, you're on welfare. You got people go to welfare. You got the government contacting you. Like, the fuck? You working with the master magician and you act a fucking fool and now you on government support after being around all this knowledge? And the problem's with me, not you? Shit is crazy, man. Trust me, I'm not gonna say I've seen it all. I've seen a lot. And I'm here to tell you, man, it's not white folks. It's not the Ku Klux Klan. It's not corporate America, man. It's not the government, man. It's people. I've seen it, man. I've seen it firsthand. It's people. People are their own worst enemy. And if government or corporate America or the white man or the military or who and whatever is fucking over people, it's because people are attracting it and they are allowing it. Period. I've seen a lot, and people are uncultivated. It ain't just black people. I had plenty of white people that came on board. They were fucked up too. Hispanics, Armenians, Asian. I mean, just people. That race, that ethnicity shit, it really don't matter. What matters is the mindset. So regardless of the nationality, the race, you know, the ethnicity of these people, they were all fucked up here. So it didn't matter. It didn't matter if they were male, female, and African American, Caucasian, Latino. It didn't matter. They were just fucked up people, and I've seen a lot of fucked up people. And I understand why a lot of fucked up people come my way because I'm a healer. The angels tell me all the time your energy is very healing, so I attract motherfuckers left and right. I attract people left and right because I know they want the healing. They want the inspiration, they want the motivation, they want the healing, they want the love. And I know that's what people are attracted to. You know, but if you're not giving, then you're taking. And I'm the type of person, hey, you're not about to just take from me. Like, you're draining. I'll clip you. And so what happens is people become resentful. Oh, man, you're going to kick me out of your cipher? You're going to kick me out of your space? You're going to kick me out of your energy? And so that's where the wars come from, you know. Like that woman, Alexis. You know, I considered Alexis my sister. Now, I found out a lot of deep stuff. Maybe I'll share in the video, but I found out a lot of deep stuff that was going on in this woman's mind pertaining to myself and her. And I'll admit, you know, I knew there was some past life stuff between us, but in present life, wasn't nothing going to ever jump off, you know. And, yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't control how other people think. And I'm not responsible for what goes on in their mind and what plays out in their mind, you know. And it just wasn't her. It was several other females. It's like, you know, I'd be like, why? Like, if you knew this, like, why the hell you didn't tell me, man? You know, people are a trip, man. You know, this was said to me, but I didn't want to say nothing to you. Well, you know, I write it off as a lesson had to be learned, you know. But, you know, I just found out after the fact, a lot of mindsets, you know, especially these females, were messed up, you know, and I understand, man. I look, man, we're in the matrix, man, and I know we want, you know, the rich, wealthy lifestyle, and we want to ball and we want to do things, you know. A lot of us, you know, we want a shortcut, you know, without doing the work, and people will lie to you, you know, they will speak your language. I made a video, you know, you can get yourself on board, but that's not important. Getting on board is the first step. But it's not the only step. Once you get on board, you got to stay on board, you know? So when you don't have integrity and you can't really make the grade, like, it's going to come out. And I'm the type of person, I'm going to 86 you as a friend, as a brother. You can call me or consider me a mentor. Like, I'm going to 86 you because if I don't, I'm hurting me in the business and other people that work for the business, but I'm also hurting you as well, too. And it's my duty to pull your coattail. If you fucked up, you're fucked up, and I just got to let you know. Period. That's just the type of person, you know, that I am. You know, that's all I know. That's who I am. That's how I've been. I like it. I'm not changing. You know, I'm here to help people, and I help people in my own unique way. You know, you use a lot of profanity, you curse people out. That's my way of being me and in helping people. It ain't stopped me. I get emails every week. Lives have been changed. You know, lives have improved. Family members' lives have been improved. So I know I'm doing good. And if I ask the person that has an issue with me, what the hell are you doing? They're not doing anything because why? They're faking the funk. You're not going to be successful faking the funk. You're not going to be successful faking the funk. You're not. Period. You gotta do the work. And I'm telling you, I see a lot of people that fake the funk. People say, well, Djehuty, like, why are you attracting these fake people? Because opposites attract. You know, I keep it real. They want to keep it real, but right now they're faking it. Some people believe, you know, you fake it till you make it. And again, that's just the first step. You got on board because you're faking the funk. Okay, but you can't stay on board faking the funk. You on board, you fake the funk. Cool, no problem. Now learn. Now that you in, learn. But people, I'm in. See, whew, I can relax now. I ain't got to do nothing. No, that's what gets you fired. That's what's going to get you fired. No, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. You can't help another person if you can't help yourself. And so you got a lot of people who can't help themselves, and they're running. And a lot of people want to join partnerships in businesses. Some want to get in relationships. And it's all a distraction. You know, people are doing things to distract themselves from doing the work that they really need to be doing. You know, and they could have, like these women, man, they could really have cool relationships, not with me, but they could really have cool relationships with brothers out there, with men out there, because they're out there. I don't care what you say. I don't care what people have said or what you've heard. There's some good dudes out there, whether they black, Hispanic, Asian, white. They're good men out there, you know. And the same thing with females. You know, you hear all this crazy stuff on YouTube, especially about black women being messed up in attitude. And, you know, yeah, a lot of them like that, but not all of them. And there's some good sisters out there. You know, there's good women out there. Like, all American women are not feminists, and they're not all anti-men and have attitude and competitive. And it's not. It's there, but you can't tell me that that's just it. No, there are good women out there, man. And I know a lot of good men, you know, get an experience, you know, they attract and get in relationships and have experiences with certain women. Man, a lot of that is like karma, man. A lot of that is like lessons, you know, for you. And then the flip side with females, you know, they get with dudes, and the dudes is acting a fool and cutting up, what have you. And I tell them, you know, you gotta chalk that up to karma, you know, and you gotta chalk that up to present life lesson and keep it moving. You gotta keep it moving. You know, keep shit real. You know, and stay optimistic. You know, and keep it moving. You know, that's just who I am, and that's what I'm gonna always tell you. You know, you can't come to me talking about people left up, people to rob you and things like that. You know, well, what do you do? What do you do? You become that healer. You become that light worker, and you do the work in helping people, and that's how you'll be straight. Man, I had all type of people that came against me, and I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still ain't nothing stopped. Ain't nothing changed. You know, I'm doing it bigger than I've ever done. Even though I'm not on the scene as I was 2 years ago, all that is changing. But man, life is like quote unquote Jim Dandy. I don't even know who Jim Dandy is. Life is honky dory. I don't even know who honky dory, what honky dory. Life is fantastic. It's wonderful. It's magical. It's mystical. I love it. So I haven't missed a beat. Now, I could throw out some names about other people who tried to come against me. I can ask the question, where are they? What are they doing right now? I've put out 2 movies since that time that I financed out of pocket. I'm talking 70, 75K out of pocket. You know, all these people will say, man, Djehuty, man, he's going under, man, Djehuti's broke. And what do? I just drop a movie. I'll drop another movie. I'll create another business. I'll just make people look stupid. It's simple as that. You don't have to say anything. Your actions do all the speaking for you. Well, people, this is going to end up being a 1-hour video and a random talk video dealing with the business. This has turned into a random talk. You know, I can't help myself. I don't want to help myself. Even if I could help myself, I don't want to help myself. And I just happen to talk. So I will pick this back up Sunday on my Blog Talk. Y'all check out the Blog Talk, Djehuty Matra. You can find that at Blog Talk Radio. Just type in Djehuty Matra. The show comes on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do take questions. That's a great way to interact with myself. Maybe this will turn into something whereby maybe the business may go back to answering phones, because phone calls will be just for order inquiries, or what have you. And then all these questions that people had, they can get those questions asked on my Blog Talk show. But that's going to do it for now in this random talk video. I set out to make a video, man, to give people an update on the transition. But it just turned out to be a random talk video. What can I say, man? You know, I got Venus in the seventh house, so I'm just a social speaker, man. You know, I speak to the public. Time doesn't exist in my world. But anyway, that's going to do it on behalf of TahutiMatraHerbs.com. I am Tahuti Matra. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.